gonna start out with a line in the way we want our fish to be bent. That's like this. Here we want a simple but funny tail. It doesn't have to be that precise. Better now. Not perfect will make it more perfect. So we create a fish shape as simple as you can get it. And this will be the outline of your fish. From here on, we're gonna create the head. Leave some space out for the eyeball. I hope that I leave it white, because I'm used to draw in Procreate and we have an undo button, so I don't mind it when I'm drawing. So this is gonna be the shape of the fish. I wanted to have a prowly mouth. Makes more fun. Then we're going to draw some xylophone-like stripes within the shapes. Don't make it too perfect. Too perfect is getting weird and not playful. And I want it to be a happy fish, and if it's too perfect, it isn't happy anymore. It's, well, I don't like that. So, cozy shapes. You also do it with the other one, but I'm just gonna show you one. First of all, I'm going to do an eyeball with a micron pen, so the ink can dry. With a little piece of kneadable eraser, I'm going to delete the lines so they won't be that much visible anymore. Once you get over it with your watercolor, it happens, it will no longer be erasable or harder. The only one I left a little is around the eye, because I'm too afraid I'm going to forget it and paint all over it. It's no harm if you see a little bit within the painting, but leave no hard lines. I want the lines to be gone within the little stripes, and the line between the stripes I want to be visible. In fact, I'm going to let it pop out even more later on. So let's get started. First of all, I'll take a little bit of a tealish color, a bluish green. It's also called bluish green. It's a 640 brush pen by Ecoline. And I'm going to draw a little bit of the shape. It doesn't have to be precise. And I want its lip to be on top of its head. And I'm going to make some more shadows on the downside. Then I have my water brush, a little bit of wiping paper, cleaning paper from my kitchen, to wipe the excess water off and start blending. Careful around the eyes, because I want to leave that white. Yeah, I remembered. Oh, I hope I will remember and not paint all over it later. I can see myself do that. Taking more water, and wipe it off again and go around the side. I want it to be blend more, so I don't have a really hard double line. I just want the outline to be hard. That's okay, I won't mind that. Don't let your brush get too much water. You can always add a little more water if you want, and always wipe your pencil off first. I don't have water in here. I can't handle the pressure right, so that's why I keep dipping it in a little cup of water again. So that's the first one. I'm not satisfied about this one, but I go back to it later. Then I take a light green for the next one. Make it darker at the bottom. I forgot to left it open on the top side, but it's okay. Just make my underneath in the shadow, I make it more dark, and I can peel it off a little bit with some water. Drag some color down. You see, I make mistakes all the time. That's why I love Procreate. I can undo that. Here I can't undo it. But it's okay too. I don't want it to be perfect. I'm not perfect. Neither is my art. You see, I can scrape off a little. I can learn from my mistakes also. That's fun, right? Instagram is all about perfect. We're not perfect. Try to keep a clean edge, a little bit darker lines on the outside. I like that. That's the second one. I'm going to take a darker green now. Do the same thing, just on the left and to the right. And scribble a little. And repeat what I'm doing. Just making it a happy little fun fish. Then I go back to my lighter green again. This time only to the left and the bottom. Pencil. Blend and mix. And creating a happy little fish again. because the blue and green colors are almost alike, I'm going to add a complementary color that will be orange. That is very nice, the color of blue, the opposite color of blue. So again, left and bottom. Too much water. And it directly gives it more of a vibrant color. The whole picture is gonna stand out more because of this orange in the picture. And I'm going to my dark green again. A bit of too much water. I'm going to let my pencil soak it up a little. Getting it on my tissue, and then I'm going to drag in the color again. And if it's dry or a little dry, I come back to it. Need to see if it needs some adjustment, but for now I think it will turn out fine. And for the tail, I go back to the first color I started with. And just color it on the left side. You see the shadows are coming from this side and the light is coming from that side, so that's why I do that. It's been a long time since I've done it for real on watercolor paper and with watercolor, but I like it. Perhaps I'm going to do some more. There's a drip of water. I think it's a little bit too pale down here and down here, but I like the watercolor effect in it. Also for the orange I want to add some more lowlights at the bottom, so I'm going to prepare for that. I think it's not dry enough yet. I'll give it a try. It's best for you to leave it dry a little bit longer. I like the water pools you're getting from the water. In Procreate I have to create them myself. I think this orange is blend way too much. So I'm going to see if I can get a little color off again. So I take a little water and make down strokes. Just wiping it down is push and drag, push and drag. Push and drag. Wipe it off, take some water. push and drag. Always work downward, no upwards. Upwards is in the sky and down. Oh, you can see now color changing. Blending some more down here. So that's how you can undo your mistakes a little bit. You can't get it all off, but you can come way far like this. And I'm just wanting to add a little highlight in the fish's eye. It's like a larger and one small tip. The eye of the fish. And then I'm going to give it its line where we started out with. Colors are dry enough, otherwise they're gonna blend in each other. Yes, here you see I had to let it dry a little bit longer, but hey, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I like it. It's nice and vibrant. I hope you like it too. And now I'm going to do the other one as well. This side I also have the light coming from the same area, so also I do the colors the same way, but I also have the shadows on the lower left corner and the highlights on the upper right. So from here on I'm going to do this one. I always lose my tissue and my brushes. And go around the eye carefully, so I won't forget that it has to be white around it. It's best if I started out on the left side, so now I have to get all over it with my pencil. It's not smart for me. I have to start here, so I can work from left to right because I'm right-handed. Always try to keep to work towards the direction of your good hand. But again, I'm a Procreate user, so I'm not used to this. But it's fun. I managed to keep off a little white from the eye. Oh, I like the blending of the color so much. Can't get it real like that in Procreate, but I'm getting there. I'm learning every day, practicing every day. So I'm going back to do this, so I hope I don't smudge all that. Same color for the tail. My paper a little bit, so it's very important you have good watercolor paper, otherwise it's going to curl too much or it doesn't blend well. Here on the I had too much of ink, so I'm going to drag it down again. No, not normal. I make mistakes all over again, even the same mistakes. It's like I never learn. But hey, that's me. Hope you do it better. They say you can always learn from your mistakes. Well, I have a hard time doing that. But I'm enjoying the ride as well. You see, I drag the ink down a bit. Not blend it too far. You just want to have those color changes. So from that side, the dark green. I go right. I thought I did wrong color. It's okay. And otherwise it's also okay. The orange one again. You don't have to go exactly over the lines you made. Just create a little wobbly lines. It will make it more fun. Got in some color on my hand, but it's going to be okay on paper. Thank goodness. And the light green. This is not hard. Anyone can do this. It's going to be too light, but I'm going to add a little green later. A dark green again. Designing these things in I'm drawing in my former cake studio, so that's fun. That's why you have a shiny table underneath. It's a kitchen table, well, I don't know how you can say it in English. It's okay, but that's why it's so loud when I pull down my brushes again, and you hear so much noise. So for the last one, light green again. Always go straight to the outlines, because otherwise you see the lines of the pen itself, and that's not comfortable to look at. I want to see if I can give this green a little more shading already. with it. I hope this is dry enough. Yeah, it's better. This one was, well, it's an old pen. I always check it on my fingernails so I can see if the ink walks out of the pen. I always look like a mess after I'm drawing. And then we add a little lines from its spine. Micron pen. Then I want to add some little water splashes, ink splashes. I hope I can manage that. I'm not going to ruin my painting. For that I do a little coloring of the ink, straight out of the pen on a glass tile. Add a little water to it. And then, hopefully I get it right. Yeah, splash some around. They also get a little just watercolor. It's okay. It's no harm if it comes over the fish in the... I try to avoid it, but it doesn't work all the time. Make some splashes and some bigger splashes. And let them dry. If you have some splashes with only water in it, then you can tip some ink off in those splashes and let it dry. Wow, that's how I created my fish in real watercolor. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Bye.